This week, our heroes talk about Amazon buying AMC theaters, Dan gives them popular opinions about movies, and we talk about our dream graduation locations. All this and more this week's episode of the CC Mouse Podcast. Yes, I run out of air every week trying to make this intro. Welcome to this week's episode of the CC Mouse Podcast. We are good for your ears. I'm Dan. You can find me at RFS Dan.
And I'm Jess, and you can find me at Gone to the Snow Dogs and Snow Dogs Vlogs.
Jess, this is episode 70.
Holy cow.
And I've learned some things in the last 69 episodes.
Yeah?
And one thing that I just realized right now is like how long my bladder lasts. And it's always about 5 minutes less than the episode that we record. Like by the end of the episodes, I'm dancing, and it looks like a rain dance. It's not even like good dancing.
Right.
I think this week, actually, there's a chip clip right here. You know, the things that keep the chips closed.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try that out at the end here and see if that'll buy me some time.
I did notice that this was like one of the first times that like we timed everything and you went straight into the intro and I didn't even have a second to laugh.
Yes, I know. I have to out jump your laugh. Otherwise, that adds another 10 seconds to, and I'm trying to shave off bladder time. That's what this is all about. It's just all shaving off bladder time. I don't know how you do it. I guess you're a girl, so you just sit on the hose. At the end of the podcast, I got to run to the bathroom, and you have like 20 more minutes of stuff to say, and so I see your bladder is bigger than mine.
That's what it is.
Before we started, I was looking for stuff to talk about, like we do every week. I'm just like, what's going on today? Like what's going on? I have been stumbling upon BuzzFeed lately.
Right.
And I always get sucked into these dang quizzes. And I messed up. Here's where I went wrong.
Oh my goodness.
Super messed up because I clicked on a quiz that said, hey, like, take this basic 8th grade algebra quiz.
Oh, it's quizzes like that. It's not even like, here's a quiz to tell you what your spirit animal is.
No, they said, let me know what friend's character you are. Or we'll tell you what friend's character you are based on your McDonald's purchase. No, it wasn't anything like that, but it was worse. It was take a math quiz of 8th grade math. And I did it. And then after that, I took a quiz on the hardest Full House questions ever.
Oh, my Lord.
Can you guess? You know where this is going. Can you guess which one that I nailed perfect?
Probably the Full House one.
You are absolutely right. Yes, I know the dog's name. Yes, I know that Michelle's best friend was Teddy. Yes, I do. But the math quiz, I'm not...
But 8th grade math, nope. Where's that nope button?
Nope. Oh, I have that. Wait, let me see if I can push it.
Nope.
So I did okay on the math quiz. I forgot to borrow.
You forgot to borrow?
I forgot to
Carry
borrow.
the one.
Yes. So
I'm not going to make fun of you because, I mean, you've heard me do it. Even when we've just been talking, I do it all the time. I'm like, 127 and 92 is math. And then I ask Alexa.
Yes. That might be the one thing that I might barely eke you out on if we had like an academic decathlon.
And it was math, you would win.
Barely, by default. Just because you'd probably quit that one.
There's just, for me, if I can do it with a calculator, I'm not doing it in my head. I have a calculator on my phone. I have Alexa. I used to be fairly good at math. That's a lie. I never used to be fairly good at math. I was always bad at math. I could do my times tables. That was about it. I can multiply things by 10. Half the time I can't multiply them by 5. I get that wrong. Jamie always laughs at me.
Right.
I don't have to know math because I married a man that knows math. So if Jamie's around, I just ask him. If he's not around, I ask Alexa. And if she's not around, I use my phone.
But we're living recklessly. All the times you and I hang out in public, we need to do math. What if we have to solve something that's in a bracket? What are you and I going to do together? Nothing. We're done.
What is going to be in a bracket at the grocery store?
Hear me out. We get kidnapped.
Oh, you meant a basket.
Yes. We get kidnapped at the grocery store. We're in the back. We're tied up. And they're like, if you can solve for X, we'll let you go. And then what do we do?
Well, X isn't a number. It's a letter. So can we go now?
See, you and I are on the same page on that stuff. And I know it's important for some people's jobs, but I have never had to solve anything inside parentheses as an adult ever.
I ran a cash register. I can correctly count back change to people. Like, I wasn't that person. Like, if somebody gave me, a 20 and I rang them up and they're like, oh, here's my 32 cents. I could do math and figure out how much money I have to give them back. When I have to, I can do it. But if I don't have to do it, I have no interest in doing it. Like I said, if Jamie's there, I ask him. And if Greg's around, I always ask him because Greg's faster than, like, anybody I know at math. Like, he can even beat Alexa half the time, which is kind of fun to see who can answer it first, Greg or Alexa.
He is smart. I'm okay with the register stuff because everything's like increments of tens or within 4 pennies. Otherwise, it's just a nickel.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes it really easy. But yeah, other than that, I probably wouldn't have done well on the math quiz either. But I probably wouldn't have done well on what show did you say it was? Full House, on the Full House quiz either.
No, you didn't watch Full House?
I did watch Full House. I just don't remember a lot of those things.
Have mercy.
Like I remember that, but like I don't seem to retain a lot of that information like that. Now, song lyrics, you put me on a show where I have to tell you the next song lyrics or the name of the band or the name of the artist, and I am on that. Can you name this song in 3 seconds? Yes, I can. Most of the time.
we should play Name That Tune one day. Remember that show? There was a television show called Name That Tune, and you got to be fast on that thing.
There was one, I can't remember what station it was on or what it was on, but there was one on TV a couple years ago, and I would just sit and watch it because I wanted to be faster than the contestants on the television show. Most of the time, yeah. As long as they picked the right genre of music. There were times, like, if you pick R&B or rap, you're probably going to beat me because, yeah, I'm not going to do well. But Jamie and I play that game all the time. Things will come on the radio, and I'm always like, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? What's the name of the artist? What's the name of the band? What's the name of the song? Because I already know the answer.
You could put that on your SATs. She scored low in math and reading, writing, and all the other stuff, but her Name That Tune score was off the charts.
Right.
So BuzzFeed, everybody, if you guys want to take quizzes that'll either make you or break you, and don't be discouraged. If you do crummy on one of these quizzes, just find like a which mean girl you are or which cake topping you are. Those ones are always uplifting.
Your spirit animal. Which spirit animal are you? Which breed of dog are you? Answer all these questions.
You're like, I'm not. No, I'm not. What breed of dog would I be?
I don't know. There's a quiz out there you can take and it'll tell you.
Oh my gosh, we should totally take that one day. We'll have to take it to see what animal I am. As long as it's not a Chihuahua, I'm good.
As long as it's not Chihuahua.
As long as I am not like you are 99% you'll get a Taco Bell, I'm okay with that.
Website I sent you the other day with the weird candles. Apparently you just burn a candle and it tells you what spirit animal you are.
Yes, I know, huh? I hope I get fox.
I don't know what I would want. I just thought that was neat. I'm like, that's kind of neat. There's like a little critter inside a candle.
Yeah, it's like your prize inside. So yesterday was Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there. And
Happy Mother's Day!
Crystal got a box of Cracker Jacks from Patty, her mom.
Of Cracker Jacks?
Yes.
Okay.
And follow me where I'm going with this. And the Cracker Jack box was so small, and the prizes that are inside those boxes of Cracker Jacks are horrible.
Aren't they like stickers and stick-on tattoos now?
Yeah, they're awful. They used to be actually plastic things when I was a kid.
Yeah, they used to have little figurines in them, like the rose gold. Was it rose gold tea boxes? He used to have them little ceramic animals in them.
Yeah, I know, huh? They don't make anything cool like that anymore.
Nope.
Oh, speaking of Mother's Day, did you see the San Diego Padres change their Twitter name to the San Diego Madres?
No.
For the mothers?
No.
Because Madres, mom in Spanish? I know you're super far away from the border.
No, I didn't see that. Yeah, I'm closer to the people that speak French.
So they changed their name to the San Diego Madres, and instantly somebody grabbed the San Diego Padres.
Really?
Yes. I mean, what are they doing? Who's their PR person? Why would you think that you could just change it and change it back?
That's funny.
Yes. So the San Diego Madres, I think it might live to be just that from now on. What do? Do you give it back? Do you charge them to take it back?
If their name is trademarked, Twitter will give it back
I
to them.
believe they did step in and fix it.
Yeah. But realistically, like, it would be funny to be like, all right, I'll let you have it back, but you need to donate $5,000 to some charity.
My pocket. My girlfriend named Charity. But yeah, come on out there, San Diego Padres. I mean, I love it. Great play on words, San Diego Madres. I get it. But you know there's 4chan and 8chan out there.
Right?
Or no Chan. Like, you don't even have to have a Chan. Blake would do something like that. He's got no Chans.
Right?
So, yeah.
That is kind of funny. No, I didn't see that, but that's pretty funny.
So, I've been watching some TV, and I have a list of all the stuff that I've been watching on television.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, I mean, it's stuff that's mostly on in the background. There's a television over my left shoulder here.
I know.
Have you been watching anything good?
No, I don't have time.
That's true. You still watching that Smithsonian thing, huh?
Yeah, I'm still watching Aerial America. And I feel like every time I watch it, I feel like I'm in school. But for some reason, I really, really like it.
I haven't watched that yet because I'm still watching your earlier recommendation of, was it James Lipton, James May, James
James
Dean?
May. James May Goes to Japan.
Yes.
Our Man in Japan, or whatever it is.
Yeah, I've been watching that. That's been pretty fun.
That was good. I like that one. Aerial America is more of like a documentary series on every state in America as seen by airplanes.
That's way different. That is way different. But I'm liking that show. I think that show's really fun. I recommend it. It's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, it was a really good show. I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot about Japan, really. Like, I thought that one was pretty cool. Yeah. I was surprised that I watched it before you did.
Yeah, you know,
and it wasn't even me. Jamie turned it on because he likes that James May guy because he's in that car show, whatever the name of that car show is. I can never remember the name of it.
Top Fuel Gear.
Yeah, yeah.
Fast and the Furious.
And that was why I think he turned it on. And then I think he watched one whole episode and he's like, you got to start this over. He's like, you got to start this at the beginning and watch the whole thing over again. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I think we watched the whole thing.
Well, the first episode's on sled dogs.
Yeah, and I think that's why he told me I had to watch that one again.
Right. The second episode's on Dengeki, the Gundams, and then the third one is on like Hanami, which is like flower, like the cherry blossoms. So yeah. I won't lie, and I didn't tell you this until now. I skipped episode 1 because I didn't want to watch sled dog stuff. Like, I live in your world, like, so I just went immediately to episode 2.
There wasn't even that much stuff. It was funny, though. You get to watch him fall off a sled a whole bunch of times.
I saw the preview of it, and he let go.
Yeah.
I did. I saw the preview. It's like, last episode, I'm like, he let go! He let go! He did. There's only one rule to Dog Club. Don't let go. That's the only thing you told me. You gave me no other advice when I was running the dogs, that just don't let go.
Yep.
Don't let go, and one may poop. And it could be you, and it could be you, Dan.
It could be.
Somebody did poop, and I won't tell you which one of us it was. But that show's been fun.
Yeah,
I like that. So Rick and Morty. Remember last week I was telling you about Solar Opposites, the new Rick and Morty spinoff. I
saw the preview thing for it on Hulu, but I didn't watch it.
That's just you just don't.
Just don't? Okay, I won't.
I like them. I like the concept. I like the idea. Everything's super original, and it was obnoxious as heck. There was parts that were funny, but it was like Rick and Morty just like dialed up a little bit. We don't need it dialed up a little bit. Just not like every charming theme that made Rick and Morty about the double talk or the hey Rick, and like it's all stuttery and stuff like that. It's like every other word is like that. It's really, I just didn't like it. I'll watch it, but I wasn't the biggest fan of it.
Huh.
The concept is great. I get it. The aliens are crashed on Earth and they have to hang out with Earthlings and stuff until they can fix their ship. I don't know. It kind of just sounds like exactly the premise for Coneheads the movie from like the 90s.
Right?
It's like exactly the Conehead premise. I'm like, okay.
When you said that, I'm like, it sounds like something out of like the 70s or 80s. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you're right. Like Mork and Mindy.
I'll give it some more chances. They threw all 8 episodes up there and I watched 2 in a row, and that was like a double blast. And I'm like, whew, I gotta tell Jess to avoid that one.
Yeah, I probably won't watch that one. I really want to get caught back up on The Masked Singer. I haven't watched this season of that yet. That's a show I do like. But I
can't watch Gronkowski and Drew Carey. I just can't watch them do this. I don't know. Are they really singing?
Yeah.
Because how do they all sing so well? You have to audition and sing really well to be on it?
They don't all sing really well, but I think that they do look for people that have decent singing voices to make it harder for people because they think, oh, this person could be a professional singer, and then they're not. I just like it because there's music in it.
But that's fine. But here's the thing: is that they tease me. They tease me for the whole episode. Who's it gonna be? And they pretend to pull off the mask for 5 minutes, and it goes to another dang commercial.
Right.
All these new COVID commercials. We all know you're going through hard times, but Best Buy has curbside delivery.
All right, just what I always wanted.
Yeah, right.
No
so,
high fives.
Anyway, so I can't do the Masked Singer. Let's see what else is on my list here. I watched League of Their Own.
Like for the first time?
No, I went and saw it in the movie theater like in the early 90s with my mom. It was actually the first movie I ever cried in as a child.
A League of Their Own, is that the one with Tom Hanks?
It's the one with Tom Hanks. And
there's no crying in baseball.
Yes, Madonna was in it, and so who's the Koosh girl?
I don't know.
Shut the Koosh. Who else was in it? Gina Davis was in it. Tanker was in it. Rosie O'Donnell. Rosie O'Donnell was in it. It was a really good movie. Some of the things they say don't hold up today by today's standards, but like, I think it was of the times. But I thought that was really, really good. I thought that
so
was
when
really
are you going to watch Jaws?
Oh, that's right, huh? I don't know. We need a bigger
You
boat.
only have to watch the first one. The rest of them don't matter.
How
you
did
should
you
watch
know
the
that
first one, though.
When did we talk about that? Did we talk about that?
Because I watch this show that you do every Saturday night called Dantix, and somehow the topic came up that you've never seen Jaws.
Correct.
So that's how I know.
Yes. No, I have not. So no, I probably should have watched Jaws. It was just happened to be on the TV. It was
Right.
on the TV. When I was at Crystal's mom's house, she's got what's it called? Cable? It's this thing back in the day, children, where like everything would just be playing live and you had no choice.
Right.
You would just watch it. So it was on there, and I was like, oh, I'll watch this for a little bit. This is, I like that movie, and yeah, I hadn't seen it in a lot of years, and it was really, really good. So that was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good movie. I haven't seen it in forever, but I say that line, "There's no crying in baseball." I say there's no crying in, and whatever we're doing all the time.
So then there was this thing that happened last night, and here comes up unpopular opinions.
Uh-oh.
There's this movie with, oh gosh, what's his name? Maverick. Oh, Tom Cruise.
Maverick.
Yeah,
There's this movie with this one guy.
With this one actor, I don't know if you know him. He's always jumping on couches and stuff.
He's never gonna live that down.
No, that is higher up ranked than him being a Scientologist.
Right.
Oop, if I say the word 2 more times, they're gonna show up. I can't say that no more.
Oh, be careful.
Yes. So it was him and like Dustin Hoffman, and it was called Rain Man.
That's such a good movie.
No.
Oh, I love that movie.
I almost went into the back bedroom, opened up a box, dug out my Nintendo Wii, found the controller, took it out of its rubber plastic thing, took off the safety handle, went back to the living room, and pretended to play Wii tennis into the television with my controller. Like
you didn't like Rain Man?
No, it was the. I can't see. Once I say words, I can't take it back. It was the worst. And Tom Cruise I don't know what to make with him. His hair was all feathered, and he was trying to act well, and he was acting fine, but like, I don't know. It just bothered the heck out of me.
Oh, that's a good movie.
It was
That's a good old movie,
frustrating.
too. Is that a movie that you think would hold up today if they were to make it today, or do you think it would get... I think that's another one of those movies that if it was made today, it would get a lot of hate.
There was lots of R words. There was lots of describing his symptoms, and I feel that now with the state of the internet and everything, that we are much more aware and we understand the nuances of somebody with his condition.
Right.
So, but that didn't bother me in the movie. The movie just, I don't know, it just
wasn't your movie.
It just wasn't my movie, and everybody loves the movie, so that tells me that it's me, not them. And I had no idea what the movie was about. Like, the only thing I knew growing up, because it's old, it's from like the 80s.
Right.
Was that they were trying to walk across the street. I didn't know anything about the movie. So Rain Man was on it. I just didn't like it. I didn't like it.
That's okay. You're allowed to have your opinion.
But you know what? Let's wrap it up.
Might not be valid, but... No.
Right. And that's the thing. That's the thing. I know it was super popular. Everybody else loves it, but me. So I know it's my problem, not your problem. I know everybody's gonna flame me for this. This is where I go down. This is the thing that takes me out.
And it's over.
It's over because of his rants on Rain Man.
Because of the movie rant.
Yes, his name wasn't even. Oh, okay. Anyway,
his name wasn't supposed to be Rain Man.
I don't know what it was about. I don't know if it had to do with rain. It had nothing to do with rain at all. There was no condensation in that movie. At all. There was no precipitation. Was 0. Humidity was 0. Rotten Tomatoes.
We're supposed to be watching a movie after we're done podcasting. Jamie and I are going to watch a movie, but we're going to watch A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
Oh, yes. Is that the one with Tom Hanks?
No, the one with Tom Hanks is Won't You Be My Neighbor.
Real quick, Rain Man got 89%, 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, so I'm the fool.
Oh my gosh.
What's
Actually,
it called?
I think A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood has Tom Hanks as well. Because there was A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, and then there's Won't You Be My Neighbor.
Yeah, that's him. Okay, The Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
Yeah.
I see Tom Hanks doing the Mr. Rogers thing.
Yes.
And let's see. Won't You Be My Neighbor? This is done by... Oh, okay. Won't You Be My Neighbor was just a documentary.
That's the documentary.
Which was amazing. I loved it. If you guys haven't seen that, I would totally watch that. I got a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. That scored higher than Rain Man. That's my boy, Rogers. That is my boy. Okay, so yeah, so you're gonna try to watch that one?
Yeah.
I'll watch it too. Like I'll watch that one. I know that everybody wanted to watch that one. It kind of creeps me out though because I just watched the documentary.
Yeah, I've seen the documentary. That's the one I've seen. I haven't seen this one though. And what's really funny is like I don't know what we were doing. I think it was when we live streamed on the podcast like 2 weeks ago, and we were looking at all the old pictures of the houses, and you were like, oh, look, there's a Netflix DVD. And it was after that I got on Netflix and I was looking for stuff, and I'm like, I want my Netflix DVDs back.
Really?
It's the only thing that really forces Jamie and I to sit down and watch a movie. Because a movie comes in the mail, and then it's like, well, we got to watch it, otherwise we're just throwing money away. So we watch whatever movie comes. So, like, I just add a bunch of movies to my queue. Movies that you can't stream or you would have to pay to stream. Like, so, like, they're not available on Netflix, you know, newer movies. Or they're like $5 if you want to rent it. Well, for $7, I can have unlimited DVDs sent to my door. So as many movies as we want to watch is as many movies as we want to watch. And it only takes like, by the time I send one back, it takes like 2 days to get another one. So in 4 days, I can have a new movie.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, when I used to get them, Jamie and I used to watch quite a few movies. But since we stopped getting them, I noticed we don't watch as many. It's probably been almost a year since I stopped getting them, so I turned them back on again. And then I added a bunch of movies that I want to watch to my list, like A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, and Rocket Man, and Yesterday, and Ford versus Ferrari, and the Sonic the Hedgehog movie is on here.
Oh, right. That I do want to see now. Like, now I need to know what's up with the Sonic movie, so I do need to see it. Okay, so you're telling me that you paid a little bit extra money or whatever, or $1 or $2, and then you get physical DVDs from
Netflix.
I'm sorry, from Netflix. Because I'm looking on here, and I see that there are some movies that you cannot stream on Netflix still. You know?
All the new releases, you can't stream the new releases.
You can get them in physical form from Netflix, but you can't necessarily stream them. So if I want to watch A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, it is $4.99 on Vudu, Amazon Prime $5, $6 on YouTube, $6 on Google Play, but you won't have to, so that's the cost of renting one movie.
Yeah, so it's $7.99 to get the DVD package with Netflix.
Okay, that's not too bad.
So
you'll watch those.
As long as we watch 2 movies, it's worth it for us instead of paying $5 to rent a movie every time.
Oh my gosh, what do you watch it on? Do you have like a record player that you can stick it in or something, or like a Betamax / DVD player? Like, what do you watch it on?
The Xbox.
Oh, that's right, the Xbox, huh? That's all it's good for now. When was the last time you did anything on the Xbox? The last time I saw you interact with the Xbox is when I first met you, and your pups were eating the discs.
Yeah, I don't really use my Xbox that much. Like, we took the 360 downstairs so we could play Guitar Hero and everything, and then Jamie got a real guitar, and then we got the Nintendo and we stopped playing the Xbox again.
Yeah, me too. I do the PC.
Yeah, I have the Xbox One, but Jamie installed Call of Duty on it, but I don't think he could get his accounts to link correctly, because he thought it would be cool if he could just play it through the Xbox, because I guess it's cross-platform, but he couldn't get his account wouldn't link, like his character account that he'd built up wouldn't link to it or something. I don't.
Oh, that's good to know, because I was thinking about doing that.
He just went back to playing it on his computer anyway.
It's a lot easier. You're a lot faster on the computer, and there's a lot less crazy kids than the consoles. Yeah. Well, that's cool. That'll be a good movie. Maybe I'll rent it and watch it, because I do want to see it.
I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see Rocket Man. That's the next one in my queue. And then Ford versus Ferrari.
That's funny. I do want to see Ford versus Ferrari is whatever. Like, I would watch it, but Rocket Man was on one of the BuzzFeed's list of people's top movies that they walked out of.
Really?
Yeah. And I like Elton John, so I don't know. I think they complained that there wasn't enough music. So you're going to have to report back and see if you can shove it in BuzzFeed's face. I do want to see Sonic.
Ford versus Ferrari I'm excited about because it's about Carroll Shelby.
You just like that name.
Well, Carroll Shelby designed the Shelby Mustang, and Shelby was named after the Shelby Mustang.
But you don't have any Mustangs, nor do you like Mustangs.
No, but Jamie does.
Oh.
Well, I mean, he doesn't have one.
It looks cool and exciting.
Yeah, I think it looks kind of neat, so I'm excited for that one. So yeah, I have a list of movies, and then the other thing I like, which is really stupid, but I'll say it anyway, is I love getting DVDs, and then you watch all the previews. I will not skip the previews. I want to see the previews of all the other movies, because then I add the movies that I want to see to my list.
Oh, I do miss that. It was like a lot of previews too.
Yeah, I love previews. That's how I know what I'm going to watch next. Like, that was always one of my favorite things. I would pull out my little Netflix app. We would start to watch a movie. Jamie would usually make popcorn. I would go through the previews. He would listen to the previews, and we'd be like, what do you think? That one or no? And we'd either add it or we wouldn't.
Yes. When Blake and I are in the movie theaters, the previews come on, and every now and then it'll be a movie I see, and I plug my ears and I go la 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 for a long time, just to avoid spoilers. I won't even watch a full trailer anymore on anything, even on Netflix. If it looks like I'm kind of halfway interested, I stop.
Really?
Oh yeah, there's nothing worse than those trailer people that decide to format the whole movie into a 30-second trailer. It's like, you see the dude and the girl, and they're running from something, and they're at odds, and then they don't like each other, and then at the end it's all like love story 2, and then it shows them kissing in the rain. It's like, yeah, well, when did they kiss in the rain? At the last scene? Like, did you just show the last scene of the movie for me?
Right.
Even League of Their Own. Madonna did This Used to Be My Playground. Remember that? This used to be my playground. I believe the video is a whole condensed version of the movie.
Yeah, kind of.
Where is she? What country does she claim she's from right now? I gotta get a hold of her and ask her why.
She's from Michigan.
I gotta ask you why. Is she?
Yeah.
She's from Michigan, and then she's from New York, and now she's from like Great Britain or something?
She was born here.
Oh. And Michigan?
Yeah.
You guys have all the stuff. How come everybody thinks Florida's so weird when the real weird state's Michigan?
I know, right?
It is. What a Mount Rushmore you guys have. It's Madonna, Eminem,
Bob Seger.
ICP.
Was it Bob Seger? Was Bob Seger born here, or was it? I think it was Bob Seger. I don't know.
ICP, Kid Rock. Oh my gosh.
Michael Moore.
Oh my gosh, Michael Moore. They'd have to carve his hat on the top of it. Yeah, you guys have an interesting Rushmore. So let's keep the movie thing going. AMC theaters are bleeding out.
Yeah, we have an AMC theater.
We don't. We're Cinemark. Have you ever heard of Cinemark?
No.
Yeah, we're Cinemark out here. We have Front Row Joe. So our icon for our theaters is a cat, much like Donald Duck, where he only wears a top shirt and no bottoms.
Right.
Yeah, because, he likes the cool breeze. His name is Front Row Joe. And he was a cat all grown up, and he was our Cinemark cat. So we have Cinemarks out here in the Antelope Valley. But once you start heading down to the valley, to like LA, we get AMC down there.
Yeah, we have AMC. It used to be Carmike Theaters, which was literally just like a locally owned theater company. And I think they owned a handful of other theaters. And then there's a theater company that owns the theater in like Gaylord and Petoskey and a couple other, I think it's actually like Northern Michigan something, but they own, I think, 11 or 12 cinemas. We were hoping they were going to buy the one in Alpena, but they didn't. And then AMC came in and put in a bid and bought, we had 2 theaters at one point in time. We had one that had, I think they both had 3 screens. Technically one of them has like 7, but they don't use them all. And then the other one had 3, and it was all updated. And they decided to take the all updated theater with all the new stuff and close it and only keep the other one open.
Oh.
Yeah, so we have a movie theater. It's State Theater. It is owned by AMC. And the seats are horrifying, and everything is broken. And I think we've talked about this on the podcast before. It's absolutely horrible. Like, the sound is horrendous. I could see why they're going bankrupt, because they bought this theater and they didn't do anything. Like, they didn't make it any better. They didn't put I'm sorry. They put money into the popcorn machine and the Coke, the freestyle Coke machine. There's a freestyle Coke machine.
I hate those machines. Machines. They never make the right mixture of Coke. You know what? I just sound like a crotchety old man on this podcast. But anyway, remember how mad Matt was when he came back from the theater?
Yes.
He's like, I can't walk straight now.
It was so uncomfortable. Our theater's so horrible. Like, they should at least replace the seats. So I figured that this was going to be a big hit for AMC Theater, and I was wondering what was going to happen to our theater. And now AMC took a pretty big hit, but what's that news article say?
Ooh, I got it. AMC Entertainment Holdings stocks jumped 42.4% on Monday after reports that e-commerce giant Amazon.com was considering purchasing the movie theater. I love it. Just some scuttlebutt of like, oh, should we buy it? Boom, their stocks jump up. Thanks, Bezos. Right? Thanks, Jeff Bezos.
Now, what would that mean? Like, could you, like, if you had Amazon Prime, do you get discounts at the movie theater? Like,
you could, but the movie theaters is a dying breed.
I agree to a point. I think movie theaters is a dying breed when it comes to big cities, but when it comes to smaller communities like ours and even like Traverse City, it is something for people to do when there's not a lot to do. And there's usually a lot of people that still go to our theaters.
That's true. I see it turning into something small like your town. Like it's a gimmick.
Yes.
Like, oh my gosh, remember the movie theaters? Let's do it for nostalgia's sakes.
Yes. And I think that if it's done right, they can keep them alive using things like that.
But I don't want to see a Star Wars in my house. Those Boehner movies, I need to see them in the theater. I need to have some rumbling going on.
Right. Right.
I love the IMAX. It's amazing.
Yeah, and I think those will still survive, but I'm really interested to see if Amazon does this, what that's going to do to a movie theater.
I'm not sure if I should buy some AMC stock or not. I love it. It's like it jumped up 42%, which is the largest number. It was $2.08 per share, and now it's $5.86 per share.
That.
And I'm like, holy cow.
Yeah, I know. The article sounds great. Their stock jumped 50%.
Oh my gosh,
$2.
I even think Zynga's Farmville is publicly traded higher than that.
Probably.
Yes. The past few months have been tumultuous. Tumultuous. What is that?
Is that the word? I don't know.
I mean, I know it's not good, at best, for the movie theater operators. Last week, it announced that it would stop showing Universal Picture films in theaters after the studios opted to send a few hits, including Trolls World Tour, straight to video on demand. So the movie theaters are mad about that.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense both ways, though. Like, what are you going to do? You want us to hold on to this movie that we've put all this money into, but are they going to lose money by putting it straight to DVD? The movie theaters probably, or the I don't know, like the people that made the movies, are they going to lose money because they put a movie straight to DVD? That's hard.
Yeah, I think yes, but
I think yes too.
I'm scared that if I hold on to my movie until December, there's so much stuff waiting to come out already. Like, where do I fit in? Like, I have this free and clear time slot, and now I'm going to be shoved in with other movies.
And all the money that they've put into promotion already. That's the big thing. Like,
yeah, to try to re-promote it.
Yeah, when you've put all of this money into promotion and you're like, oh, look, my movie's coming out, blah, 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 and then now your movie's not coming out, you've already invested all of that money, so you still want to get that out to people. So, but I can see why the movie theaters are upset about it. I don't know that they should be, though, because whenever people are allowed to go back to the movies, there's going to be movies ready to go. Because there's movies that have been... do you think so?
Excuse me. Not enough theaters for movies. Like in China, it's really hard to get your movie shown in there because there's a lot of theaters, but there's a lot of movies that are coming out. So it's really hard to get a screen. Like, you just can't get screen time.
Right.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
So you got to get it out now because there's already stuff booked for the next year.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so that's crazy. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about releasing stuff early. I know I saw a lot of people were really happy about the Troll movie coming out early, but I haven't heard a word after that.
Well, that's because you don't have kids.
Let's see. I wonder if I can.
Well, you don't have young kids,
right? No, mine's back there on a Zoom call.
He got invited to a Zoom call even though you didn't?
From school, yeah, his teacher did. So I don't know. He could have a blurry background, or he could be setting up his phone with his photo on it.
Dan is still on his request to be invited to a Zoom call.
I am. I just don't understand why I have not been invited to a Zoom call. So Troll World Tour made $95 million in rental fees from nearly 5 million customers since it was released.
Wow.
Let's see how much the budget is.
That's not really that much.
That is not for that. It cost between 90 and 100 million to make Trolls World Tour.
Wow.
But then it says the box office is 2.7 million, so it showed somewhere, but that could be worldwide. But it cost 90 to 100, so it's a wash. Like, they did not make money on that. Anything that's animated like that, you need to make multiple hundreds of millions to make it successful. Because it's going to cost a bill to make. It's going to cost 100 million to make.
Exactly.
So I don't know what you do with that. I guess you just wash your hands clean and be happy. I mean, like, did they really need to make a sequel?
Probably not. It probably could have went straight to DVD in the first place.
I don't know. I'm looking at these trolls and I kind of resemble them, so maybe
you kind of do, especially now.
Yeah, I look like that guy. I know, huh? There is exactly one standing here looking at me on the screen, and it's got red hair like me. Oh my gosh, it is exactly me. Holy cow! Wait a minute.
You're a troll down, Dan. You're a troll down.
Oh wow! Can I sue? This is absolutely my likeness rights right here.
You stole my look. Now we need a picture of you posing like that with a picture of the troll next to it so we can all see the
you stole my look.
Similarities.
CG person. Here, look, I just sent you that picture, the link on Facebook.
You're a troll.
I am. So I don't know if it's profitable or not for them to do that. But yeah, I didn't think that the companies, like the big movie companies, just turned their back on the theaters and went and released it on their own.
I don't know. That's hard.
And we've talked about it before. When you have a movie theater, you don't make any money on the movies. You make nothing. Like when Star Wars comes out, I believe, and I could be wrong, I believe from what I read, when Star Wars comes out, you get 0% of ticket sales for Star Wars for the first 8 weeks, 16 weeks or whatever. And you just bank concessions.
You bank concessions and you bank advertisements. All those advertisements they play before the movies start. There's a reason you see 20 minutes of trailers and 20 minutes of ads and all that stuff.
There's
pre-shows.
They do make money
on that.
Before the trailers, there's a pre-shows now.
Yep.
There's pre-shows.
That's where they're making their money. And that's where they're making their money. Like that's... And they're selling $20 buckets of popcorn.
Yes.
I want popcorn.
And then after a little bit, you start getting some of the revenue, whether it's 50 cents or $1 per ticket. Right. But I had no idea that... until I read that the theaters, they really are just a shell to house these movies, and that's why it's $100 hot dog.
Yeah, $100 hot dog.
Yeah, so we'll see. AMC, and I know AMC also has their television channel too, so I don't know how that holds up, or I don't know if Amazon gets that as well.
Yeah, I don't know,
because that would give them the rights to like Mad Men and Walking Dead. Their AMC. Yeah,
they could start showing it in the theater on random nights of the week,
or they could show it on their service.
They could. I did see the theater north of us in Roger City had a popcorn day where they were selling, you could buy their popcorn. They were doing a curbside delivery of movie popcorn for a day, which I thought was kind of neat.
What would you rather have? Do you think that's more outlandish than the Chuck E. Cheese's having takeout for their pizza?
I mean, I don't know. I think it's kind of fun to be able to go buy movie theater popcorn and then come home and have a movie night with your family. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, but you don't need that. You have the Jamie.
Well, yeah, I don't need that because Jamie makes the best popcorn ever, but it's still the idea of it is kind of fun. Like if you had kids and a family and you wanted to do a movie night, you all load up in the car and you go get your popcorn and then you go... See, this is why drive-in theaters need to make a comeback, because we could all socially distance at the drive-in theater.
Oh my gosh, we've been talking about movies and stuff for so long. This is just my little warm-up intro. So, Jess, let's go to some good news, which I need to get Dantix on some good news.
Yeah, you do.
Have you been watching that at all?
Yes, I watched today when they had like the entire cast of The Office.
Yes,
those people. Yeah, yes, I watched that episode today.
What do you think of it? Is it getting a little out of control?
No, I still think it's great.
I still think it's pretty great too. Yes, I was like, dang, I can get some Dantix on there. How do I get a hold of him? He does everything by Twitter, huh?
So what we need to do is we need to make a tweet. You remember what those are? Mm-hmm. And you need to say something about what you're doing and how you're making people happy. Look at me. I'm making people happy.
140 characters still?
Yeah, I think 140 characters. So maybe have a picture of you with your jacket on and your hair all up and talk about how you're making people happy and you're doing this weekly trivia show. And then we need to blast it all over the place and ask everybody that has a Twitter to retweet it.
It is very doable. Like, I think it's right up the alley of the stuff that they're looking for.
I think we could get his attention.
I loved in the beginning, though, how it was so spread out through so many things. And then lately it's been, like, almost centrally focused on one thing.
Right.
Which was still cool to see everybody in the office. They were doing their wedding viral flash dance. I thought that was really cool. So we're going to keep some good news going here on our podcast. And I thought this was really cool. Classes are now able to graduate using NASCAR tracks in Texas Motor Speedway, in Michigan.
Michigan International Speedway?
Yep. So check it out. Michigan International Speedway is 2.5 miles long. It's I believe your guys' Speedway and California Speedway are both matched. Like, we have the same Speedway. It was made by a computer, so it makes for really boring racing. But but it's about 2.5 miles around, and all these kids are able to take a lap and social distance, because that place is huge. I've spent the weekend inside California Speedway for NASCAR before, and it's huge there. So I thought it was a great idea. Everybody can go in the audience. You can spread out as much as you want. I have never seen a bigger grandstands in my life than NASCAR. You can get 180,000 people in these like metal high school benches.
Right.
You know, they're not soft on your butt at all, and you're there for 6-8 hours a day, and everybody can spread out, and then the graduating class can still walk a lap on the track.
That's a long lap.
That's a long lap. Yeah, maybe you have to do like the sprint cars do and cut inside the pit lane and stuff. You know, you get your diploma at Victory Lane, which is really awesome.
That's kind of neat.
I thought that would be kind of neat. I'm really sad for this year's graduating class. And
me too.
I followed a lot of the people when I was an extra in that movie. They were doing their stuff on film class. They would go to Loyola Marymount, I believe is where they were going. And I followed everybody that was in production because I was so fascinated by what they were doing. I'm like, I got to follow your guys' careers. And they were all graduating this past weekend. And they were all in their caps and gowns in front of their televisions while their little slideshow came up. While their PowerPoint slide came up with their quote and everything. And they would huddle down in front of the TV and take a picture of it. I feel like they're so ripped off.
Yeah.
So ripped off. But what do you do? Do you extend it a whole year? Does everybody just waste a year of their life?
I mean, I don't know. I had a lot of different feelings on it. Like, I felt like everybody kind of got put on hold. So I kind of felt like, yeah, they should be able to go back next year. But then they become the class of 2021, and then they were already done with half the school year. So no matter what, there was absolutely no way to make everybody happy. Like, maybe next year when they do the 2021 graduation, anybody from 2020 that wants to come, they can have like a whole section for them. Like, but
there's no way. I mean, that feels cheapened.
Exactly. Like, it just becomes it is what it is.
That feels really cheapened to me.
And think of all the seniors that didn't get to go to their senior prom. That makes me sad too.
Yes. What would Jess, 17-year-old Jess, think on your senior year of high school? Because we asked Blake, and Blake's like, I'm out of there. Would you be like, no way, I want to do this right. I'm going to spend another year of my life at this thing that all you've done your whole life is waited for this 12th grade finish line or college finish line. And now it's here. Do you extend it another year? Would you opt for that?
I'd have been out of there.
Yeah, I think everybody else is kind of just out of there too. I think it means more to people like us when we're older now. Looking back on it, I'm like, those are the best times of your life.
I would have been sad to miss things like prom. That would have made me sad because I did look forward to that. So I feel like I would have been sad to miss that. But like the commencement ceremony, I didn't have to be there. My parents would have thrown me a graduation party anyway, right. So I still would have got that. And that, I think, is more important to me than the commencement ceremony, walking down the thing with the white thing on.
But how many people were in your senior class? 20 at most? 10?
No, I think we had 588.
We have 4, 5, 6 maybe for us.
Yeah, I think we had. Yeah, we had one of the bigger classes.
Yeah. Ours are in the hundreds. Yeah. So when you go to a graduation, in which I've been to many, you're there all day long in the heat, all day long while they call the names. And there's so many names, so many letters in the alphabet. And like, it's neat to be able to do that, but I could have not done that and been happy. Right. So I think most of these kids think that way, but it was just a shame to watch these kids put so much hard work into this movie that I was a part of, and see that they had professional equipment. They knew what was up. They're the future. One of these people are going to be famous. One of the ladies that was doing the audio tracks there did something on a Batman movie already. So like, really, they're already established a little bit, even though they're young, and they didn't get to reap the rewards of all those years, and it's expensive. Yeah. That's not cheap. It's expensive to do that. And to have no after party or no way for you to feel like you've accomplished something other than being inside your own house kind of made me a little bit sad over the weekend watching them do it. There was 10, 12 of them. The one dude was like, the camera guy, the DP and stuff like that. And just to see him kneel down in front of his television while there was a red slideshow that passed by that had his name on it and his high school quote, or his college quote, it made me sad. Hopefully they'll also get to have their graduation parties once social distancing gatherings are able to happen again. People will still. True. And that being said, you know what? We're alive. Yeah. I'm just talking about this, but we are alive. It's better than being dead from this stuff. True. Very true. I get that. So my question to you, Jess. Okay. Where would you want to graduate? These kids got to do it on a NASCAR track. If you could pick a place that we're like, we'll do this for you and we'll host this for you, where would you pick? Oh my gosh, I have no idea. I'll let you think about that for a second. I would pick the Penn's Arena. I could skate around. I could skate around with my diploma, and I would raise it over my head like the Stanley Cup. Right. And I'd hold it over my head. I'd be like, yeah! And then, like, I don't know, if it was a home game, people would be cheering and hitting the glass and stuff like that, and, That I could picture that. I could really picture that. Yeah, I think that would be fun. I mean, I have no idea. When you said it, the first thing I pictured was somewhere outside. Right. So apparently it would be somewhere outside. I think I know where you would pick.
Yeah.
Cedar Point.
Well, that'd be a good pick.
What if
and
you
it's
were
outside.
on the roller coaster? What's the name of it? I know you guys have really aggressive names for your coasters. What's a crazy coaster name?
Valraven, but my favorite one is the Gatekeeper.
Valraven. It sounds like a Godsmack song. Okay, so
there's Valraven, there's Millennium, there's Rougarou, there's the Magnum.
Oh my gosh.
There's a lot of
the Magnum. Oh no. So
that
you're
one's
on the
from
Magnum.
the 90s. That's an old
Of course,
roller
because
coaster.
Magnums were invented in the 90s. So that's
Right.
probably a popular name. So you're on the Magnum, you're going around, I'm on top of one of the ledges, and I hold out your diploma and you grab it. Boom, boom. Like Flojo grabbing the baton in the relay race, like your anchor.
Right.
I think that would be cool. I think you would like that.
That would be kind of neat. Plus, we'd be able to get to ride roller coasters.
Was there a Cedar Point when you were a kid?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Cedar Point's been around a very long time.
I think that would be super cool. I think young Jess would like that.
Yeah, that I could see that. That would be a. It's in Ohio though, but that'd be neat. I was looking at flights the other day, hoping that Vid Summit is still going to happen. Although they're kind of waiting on seeing on what California is going to say when it comes to like conventions and things like that, gatherings.
It was very confusing today. Our governor, mayor, our not our mayor, because my town's mayor, the governor.
Your governor, yeah.
But the governor of LA County or the governor of California?
The governors of California.
Okay, gotcha. He was asking for a bunch of money and he was doing a bunch of stuff, and I couldn't tell if he was trying to open things or not. And we keep having more cases than anybody right now, but yet they're still trying to pull things back. So I'm not really sure what's happening here.
California's doing kind of the same thing all the other states are doing, and you guys have like phases of reopening. So it's like phase 1 is you're going to allow, people to get together like at their own houses and things like that. And that's kind of what Michigan is doing. And like phase 2 is you start reopening businesses. And then phase 3 is like you reopen all the businesses that were considered high risk. So like the hair salons, which whatever. And then phase 4, I believe, is phase 4 or phase 5 is when you open up everything, like your conventions can come back and your blah, 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 blah. Although they may have to be to limited capacity, like say VidCon. VidCon might be able to happen. It's not going to happen because it's canceled. I'm just using this as an example. Normally, they're allowed to have 30,000 people. Well, this time around, they're only going to be allowed to have 50% capacity. So they can only sell 15,000 tickets. So not as many people can come. And that's what it looks like is going to start happening here in the next couple of weeks. They're going to start explaining these phases a little bit more.
Huh.
So I reached out to one of my friends that helps put on Vid Summit because I looked at tickets, and I can right now get a ticket to fly out there for Vid Summit for like $350.
Yes.
And last year I paid $850 for a ticket. So I was like, holy cow, I should just buy the ticket. And then even if it doesn't happen, I'll buy the insurance or whatever, and maybe I can get my money back. I don't know.
Yes,
anyway, I was looking.
You're right.
Yeah, I was looking at tickets for Vid Summit, and then of course I went right from that to Disneyland and California Adventure, and then I wanted to get. And then I want to go. They opened Disney Shanghai, Shenji. They opened the Disney in China. Is that where it is?
If you want to say Shanghai, then yes, it is Shanghai.
Is that what it is?
Tokyo is the Japanese one, but they're close to the end of the year.
Yeah, so they reopened one of them. Disney World, not Disneyland, but Disney World has their reopening plan in place already.
I did see that they were sending them supplies and stuff to do, like the foods and stuff were starting to show up, so they could do it for next month, right?
Yeah. Their plan is to open next month, and they're going to open at limited capacity. And, they have all of these plans in place.
So
they are
crazy.
making it so you're going to have to stand 6 feet away from each other in line while waiting for rides. So your ride queues are going to be a little bit different. But Disney World already has that in place, and I'm sure Disneyland will follow.
I could just see it now. Mickey! And I run up to Mickey, and he's all
You're not allowed to
right
hug
in the
him.
suit. Step off, bub. I'm like, wait, aren't you guys not supposed to talk? Oh.
Yeah.
So my friend Ryan, I have a friend that I played hockey with growing up when I was a kid, and he's a commercial pilot for Delta, Alaska. He's a commercial pilot, right? And he put out on his Facebook the other day, in all caps, now is the time to buy tickets from now to the end of the year because they're over 50% off. I'm telling you, if you guys ever want to fly to somewhere like Hawaii, it's like $295 right now if you can choose right. Like he's trying to warn everybody. This is what he does for a living. He's a for reals pilot. Like the guy that when you see them walking around around in the airport, he's got that little luggage thing, the one that's just a little bit bigger than the size that's allowed to fit on the plane, with the long arms on it, and he's just walking with the wings on his shirt. That's him.
Yeah, and he's not wrong. Flights are really cheap right now, and if you want to fly, like my suggestion is fly Delta. Delta is actually, so at the end of every night, Delta used to go through with like these sprays, and they would spray and sanitize their entire planes when they would end their flights for the night. And now, instead of doing that only once a night, they're doing it after every flight. It's so crazy. And I watched a thing on it, and they were talking about how much bacteria or whatever the sprays and stuff can kill, and it can definitely kill coronavirus, and how much they're wiping down on the plane. And I'm like, that's really kind of cool to see that they're doing that. And they have now stated, Delta has now announced that even after all of this is over, they're not going to stop doing this. They're going to continue this practice from now on.
Things have changed.
Yeah.
Things have changed for now.
I thought that was kind of cool. So if you're going to fly, I would suggest Delta. But yeah, I could not believe how cheap those flights were. And I'm like, man, I should just get a flight. And then I'm like, oh, but did we decide if Disneyland's open, are we doing it the day before Vid Summit, or are we doing it after Vid Summit? No. So then I couldn't remember, but I might have to get those tickets. Maybe that'll be my hope that it'll actually happen.
Well, I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I did see, and it's been a long time since Vid Summit's Instagram posted, and they posted today.
Yeah. They posted it. They posted on Facebook the other day too. So I know that they're trying. And Vid Summit, it's not like it's a convention, but it's not VidCon. They're limited to, 1,200 people, and that's it?
Yeah, it's about a ballroom's worth.
Yeah, that's it. It's not this big, giant convention with thousands of people.
Yeah, and we're not mobbing Jake Paul.
Yeah, and I think that's why I have a feeling, hopefully by then, if they're allowing the smaller conventions to occur, I feel like they would fall into that category.
And it also just depends on where everybody's head's at.
Yep, exactly.
Some of these people are in different positions than you and I.
Right.
As far as work goes, this has not affected our work per se.
Right.
I'm at work right now. We're doing this right now.
Right.
But I don't know what it's like stress-wise for the people that only have a physical job where they have to leave the house to go to. And are they even thinking about this right now? Are they even trying to think about going to VidCon or doing any of this stuff because they're worried about their family and their lives? And I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what brands are doing right now. They're all scrambling. Everybody's lost money. If you're a brand, you've lost money right now, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah,
so I'm not sure. I don't know. It would be nice because, I'd love to see you. We have great times and stuff. And we always learn so much. And I feel like every time we leave Vid Summit, we're like, this is the things we're going to accomplish. And it created this. Yeah. And I mean, realistically, a lot of the things we learned have created Dantix, too. Mm-hmm. It has empowered us. It has definitely empowered us. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we always talk about it. VidCon summer camp for us. Yeah. We go to camp and we run around and have fun, and Vid Summit is learning. Yeah. It's still fun, but it's learning. It is fun. We try to make it fun, but it is information overload, man. Oh, it's always fun, I make sure. Yeah, it is. It is always fun, but man, I always walk away from there, like you said, feeling like I can do all these things. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what happens as things open up. The flights were empty. I was watching a video the other day of a guy that was in Texas. He's a vlogger. I don't know who he was, but he had a nice camera. It was I could tell he was a professional vlogger. And he went from Texas to California, and he put that mask on, and he got on the plane, and there was nobody at the airport. I thought that was rad. He got on the plane, and he had an aisle to himself, and he showed the camera, and there was barely anybody on the plane, maybe 30 people at most. Yeah. And then he gets there, and he takes his mask off. He's like, he's all dying and stuff like that because of the air. But then yesterday I saw the footage of people going on the airplane, and they are completely packed. Really? Yes. And I think what it has to do with is now they are letting anybody that is a medical professional or in the industry of that, I don't know if it's called an industry, fly for free. So they loaded the rest of the plane with people that need to get where they need to go to help medical-wise. But it's jammed packed. They're sold out now. So I don't know because I think everything's getting lax now. I mean, I hear all the traffic out there. Like it's 6:00 right now, just like it's 6:00 on a Monday. It's everybody's just going. The last time I was at the store, my guard was down. I still have my mask on and stuff like that. But when the person walked by me and was kind of close to me, I was no longer offended. And I don't know what that means because I am a very cautious person. I have been paying attention. I've been being a sheep. And this sheep didn't feel very sheepish last time I was at the store. Yeah, when I went out the other day, the Home Depot parking lot, because I went out for the social distancing bottle drive stuff,
it was like any other Saturday. I could not believe how many people were out. I'm like, they're over it. Now I think people are already getting more comfortable, and it's not that they weren't wearing their masks and stuff like you said, because everybody I saw that was out still had their masks on. Everybody was still keeping distance from each other. So I feel like maybe people are just learning to live with the new normal and they're getting used to it. I don't know. But I do think, like you said, I think that the insane fear that some people had is kind of going away as time goes on and they realize all of the things that they said were going to happen didn't happen. It's not that we don't think this is bad, but if I do need to go to the grocery store and I put my mask on and I go in and I sanitize and I wash my hands, I'm going to be okay. I think people have kind of come around to that now where they're like, I'm going to be okay if I do everything I'm supposed to do. Where before, I think it was such a foreign thing. It was like, what do I do? Exactly. So I think people are, and I don't want to say that wrong, like getting comfortable with it sounds really bad, but getting used to the idea of living their life a different way. I think people are kind of coming around to the idea of that, and they have a little bit less fear.
One thing that kind of bothered me a little bit, and this is how I can tell that people's guards are starting to come down a little bit, is my Pittsburgh Penguins have masks you can buy now with the team logo on it. No, that kind of bothered me.
All of the NHL teams do from that NHL shop.
Bothered me. Oh, you should see the backlash. So when it first came out.
Oh, I believe it. I have had a couple of the merch shops that I have merch on that have told us that now, oh, look, now you can do this. And I'm not doing it, but some of the merch shops I belong to were, hey, look, now you can have masks with yours. So, yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
So I can get a Kira face on my mask?
Right? Isn't that just what you wanted?
That's crazy. Because, like, in Japan, everybody wears the masks, right? That's what they do because there's so many people. I think there's just about as many people in America crammed into the size of California, and that's Japan. They have Pokemon masks. They have smiley masks and stuff. I get it.
Yeah.
But, like, do I really need to run around sporting my sports team on a mask? And here's why people were mad. People were mad because in order for me to put Pittsburgh Penguins on my mask, I have to pay a licensing fee to the NHL. Right. And people were mad. We're like, well, those millions of dollars could have just been donated. And then a week or so later, I just see the NHL saying, okay, all the money gets to go there. But now it's becoming a marketable thing. Now they are marketing and making money on this pandemic.
Yep.
And I don't know how I feel about it. It looked rad. But is this what's happening now? Is this what's happening?
I mean, you don't have to buy it.
Do I need a Kira mask?
I mean, I'm not going to make one.
Or a Memphis mask?
But, now that we've talked about it, people are going to be like, that'd be really cute. I'd buy one.
But do you have the option right now during the merch stuff that you're doing to actually have one of those made?
Yeah.
That's a problem to me.
Yeah. I see, and I don't think it's a problem because you don't have to buy it if you don't want to buy it, but I'm not going to make it.
Whoa, wait. Can I get a Dantix mask?
Yeah.
I'm in again, guys. Dantix mask coming soon. ccmouspodcast.shop. If you want a Dantix mask, it's going to come in 3 different colors. Please. And here's the problem. If you don't go in public, you can't wear it. So please go in public. Make sure you show everybody else the mask by standing closer than 6 feet so they can see the high resolution on the mask. And they know who your favorite trivia host is. Don't get one of Alex Trebek. Oh, no. Don't get one of Drew Carey. Get one of your boy Dan here. Coming soon.
Oh, my God.
See, that's a problem, Jess.
I'm on the opposite side of that.
That's your disagreeing noise.
It's not a problem because you don't have to buy it.
No, I know.
But that's the thing. Like I get that there are people that think it's a problem, but the reality of it is it's not a problem because you don't have to buy it.
Is this a joke or not? I just don't know where to go.
Right?
Is this a joke or are we really good? Like, is this not good?
You're actually selling these?
Yeah. Like, is a pandemic a joke or is this what we're doing?
No.
So
no, it's not a joke.
I don't know. But before we go, we have to leave on a good note. I'm looking at my list here. I used up all my good notes.
Did you? Well, the good note is tomorrow today, the day you're listening to this, the day this gets released, we're going to be live at youtube.com/ccmousepodcast at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to come join us live, you can do that.
I know everybody's getting salty that I only use Pacific times.
Are they?
8 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Pacific. It's been really fun. We've been doing this, 6 weeks in a row now? 5-6 weeks in a row?
I don't know. How long have we been in quarantine?
I don't even know, but come check it out.
It's been fun, though.
It's been a lot of fun. This week I'm opening up my package.
I gotta go to the P.O. Box, but I gotta go out tomorrow anyway, so I'll go to the P.O. Box tomorrow.
Yeah, but check it out. Come hang out, ask some questions, hang out with your friends. I see a lot of people that have made friends in the chat, and that's what makes me the happiest.
How did you say that on Dantix? We'll cue your A's?
We will A your Q's. We will
but that's not what you said.
Q's. Oh, yes. I said a lot of things on Dantix. I said I said a lot of things that are reversed or backwards and stuff like that.
I do the same thing. I'm so bad at that.
Yeah, you just don't have a camera in front of your face when you do
right?
it.
Yes. I tend to call the microwave the marshmallow.
That's what you call it?
A lot of times, yep. I'll say, I got to heat that up in the microwave. It's a microwave. It's not a marshmallow. Why is that the word?
I need a new microwave. I beat the heck out of mine when we had no kitchen.
Yeah, I bet.
Which the kitchen's doing well, guys. I just talked to the kitchen before the podcast, and the kitchen said hi. The kitchen said hi. Well. Yeah, so live Dantics on Saturday night. Live CC Mouse podcast right now every Wednesday at 5 Pacific. Best trivia ever on Facebook. Holy cow, that page took off.
Yeah, it did.
Yes. You want to feel good and smart? Come to Best Trivia Ever on Facebook, where we've been posting trivia questions every day.
People love trivia.
Highly shareable. Share it with your friends. It's fun. People do love trivia. I was all salty today because Jess sent me an app that is like all these people that are doing trivia like every day. And I was all mad because like, didn't I invent the trivia show?
I keep finding new ones too, but none of them, they're all bar trivia. It's all styled like bar trivia, and it's just not fun to watch live. No offense to anybody that's doing live bar trivia. It is not as fun.
But they're pulling better numbers than me, so I cannot complain about bar trivia. The only thing that they are missing is the excitement.
Yeah, and they're doing it for like groups of people who are, on Zoom calls and things like that. So it makes sense to me. I understand what they're doing, but to me, it's not as fun.
I would do it for you, though. I would do it for your house party. I would do it for your event, or I would do it for your brewery. You could pipe me in via Skype. And I have so many questions that if you want to like hire me for a private show, I would do that. So I should check into some of these sites.
You should. There you go. That could be your next Patreon tier on the CC Mouse podcast.
Is do a
Dan
private
hosts a private trivia show.
Want to be embarrassed in the privacy of your own home because you don't know answers? Call Dan. But that's the only thing that they are missing. They have 100% heart. They have 100% stuff. Some of them have no, they don't have decent production value, but they're trying, and that's all that matters. Yes. So tune in for Live Dantics. We're on episode 15 now, 16 this week?
15, I think. 15.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Remember my dream of always wanted to be a game show host?
And then you did it!
It did, and now I have no more dreams. No, I'm just kidding. But people still ask me things like I'm a trivia buff, and I don't like trivia. I just wanted to host a game show. I like that. That's what I want to do. And actually, there's an ad that popped up on my Instagram, and I have no idea how they came to this algorithmic conclusion. But there was for wrestling and sports announcement. It's like, you want to be a announcer? And it was talking about, and they wanted me to go to like announcer school to be an announcer. And I'm like, wow, like, what if I did sporting events? And now, your last place, Detroit Red Wings. Don't forget to get your Little Caesar pizzas now. Pizza. Like, see, wouldn't that be the greatest?
That would be pretty fun.
I applied to be the voice of the Jethawk Stadium, the minor league baseball team out here.
Yeah.
And I didn't get that. All right. What a good podcast. Holy cow. I didn't talk about half the stuff that we have on here, which means we'll just save it for the live show.
Yep, that's how that works. That's why we switched the live shows to Wednesdays.
Yes, I know, and I love it. I love that you and I have a direction. Well, I have a direction, and it never goes that way. We're like, we're going to podcast tonight. I'm like, shoot, I have nothing to talk about, and now I can't shut up. All right, you have anything to say before we get out of here, Jess? Anything good going on in your Snow Dog world or the Snow Dogs vlogs? Like anything? Status quo. You play that spaghetti?
I did. I made spaghetti for dogs.
Was it good? Did you try it?
It was spaghetti. Yeah.
It was spaghetti.
It tasted like spaghetti. Yeah, it tasted like spaghetti for dogs.
Hey, by the way, that video did amazing.
That was one of our most requested videos that for the past few years people have been asking us to make spaghetti for dogs. Can you make spaghetti for dogs? Can you do spaghetti for dogs? And full disclosure, the reason I never ended up doing it was because I didn't want to read the comments of people telling me tomatoes were bad for dogs. Isn't that stupid? Such a dumb reason. Yeah, because tomatoes aren't bad for dogs, but tomato stems and leaves are bad for dogs. Right. But they're bad for people too. So if you're going to eat a tomato, you guys don't chew on the stems and the leaves because they're not good for you.
Could you just use tomatoes? Like,
yeah, right. I could have.
And people, you guys don't understand. Like, Jess is like the most cautious over helicopter parent of pets ever. My cats puke for days, and I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. Look how funny it is while I was going. You literally will stay up all night with your pups.
Yep, that's what happened last night. It was great.
Mm-hmm. I didn't want to have to bring that up, but yes. Uh-huh.
We did a really good vlog yesterday, and then it just ended. So this morning I picked up the camera, and I'm like, oh, I should probably explain to everybody that I had to stay up all night with Kira because she didn't feel very good. So yeah, that was great.
I was there.
It was great.
We're good for a few times a year of this, oh my gosh, what's happening?
Yes, and that's one of the reasons that I never really wanted to do the spaghetti for dogs is because I knew people were gonna give me the line of tomatoes are bad for dogs because everybody believes everything they read on the internet. So I kind of strayed away from it because I didn't want the drama. And then I'm like, you know what? When I start the video, I'm just gonna flat out say it. So that's what I did in the beginning of the video before we even got started. I'm like, I pretty much said it. I'm like, before we even get started, tomatoes aren't bad for dogs. And I just explained it. And I'm like, there. Now, if anybody still wants to comment that, that's okay. Whatever.
Right.
But at least I got the point out there. When I started doing the carob and the chocolate, and I told people, it's this carob, not chocolate. At first, I did it because I had made a video where I didn't explain it well enough. And I got so many people that were freaking out that it was chocolate.
Oh, I know. I had some on the counter. I'm like, oh my gosh, you have chocolate bits on your counter? This is amazing. I love it here. And I'm like, holy cow, somebody poisoned the chocolate.
Yeah.
Or they didn't poison it. They took away the good stuff.
Yes. So the next time I did a video where I used carob, I made jokes about it to make sure that people knew that it wasn't chocolate. And then that kind of stuck. So there's those parts of my treat videos where what I try to be serious about then becomes the joke that people think is funny.
And you guys don't see this part, and Jess will never admit to it. Jess, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning my time, and you were like still awake. So it's like close to 4 your time while you were sitting there making sure that the pups were okay and that everything was okay and you couldn't sleep. And you have a little bit of mini meltdown because you care.
Yeah.
So I get that. So, okay, that's cool that it's going to be at least on a upcoming video because I don't know. I never know what to say about it. I don't know what stuff, because, there's still a lot of our lives between you and I that are private.
Right.
And then there's stuff that's public and entertainment. So I never know.
Yeah. So in short, Kira is fine.
Yes, of course. We wouldn't be doing this if not.
She just scared the heck out of me.
I know. I know. And you have to be drained and tired right now.
I am.
I know.
100%.
Rough day, but we love you, Jess.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
Very good pet owner. You want to wrap this up?
Yeah.
Because I can talk for another 45 minutes. And everybody at home's please talk.
Before I lose my voice, I got to make sure to have a voice for Wednesday
You did
night
really well. You're like, oh, my voice sounds like there's something stuck in it. And I'm like, oh, you'll be okay. You were coughing and hacking before this.
Yeah.
Was it a dry cough?
No.
All right, then we're good. That'll do it for this week's episode of the CC Mouse Podcast. Listen to us every Wednesday on your favorite music app. Interact with us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Patreon at CC Mouse Podcast. Rep our merch at ccmousepodcast.shop, and we'll see you guys next week. Same mouse time, same mouse podcast. Bye.
Bye. Yay, we did a thing.
I wonder how many people at home can do our intro and outros because they're the same every week. Thanks for listening, friends.
Somebody should try that and post it on Instagram and tag us.
I would love just to post our intro music and let's see somebody knock out an intro for us.
Be so fun.
This week.
That'd be so fun.
See you guys next week, friends. Oh, see you guys Wednesday, friends.
Bye.
Bye.